Adam Rodney, senior men's epist. Adam, this is a huge result for you here today. What are you doing differently with your training, or how are you training to continue upping your level?
I guess, I've been fencing for a long time, so you gotta find like new ways to challenge yourself. And I have a program with my coach, Alexei Cheramsky, and we work on a few things, and my guys at the Peter Westbrook Foundation, we work on a bunch of things. But I think the real kind of what I've seen from our guys is what you can do at home, kind of. Like, you can get in the gym, you can work on your footwork, but I think we live in an age where it's just so incredible that they have so many bouts online, so many fencers you can watch, and I always tell our young guys that you got to go out there and find like some things that interest you and like that you want to do. Like, okay, this guy moves this way, I want to try that. Let me. And we're such visual learners, everybody. You watch it, you try it. It may not work out for a while, but eventually there's going to come a eureka moment, and it's the most beautiful thing when you try it in it, and then you get why it works for somebody. And in epee, especially senior men's epee, there's so many characters, so many styles, so many approaches to epee, because you see small guys win, tall guys win, fat guys win, slow guys, fast. Just watch these guys, and you start to see how they win. And sometimes people joke and laugh because you imitate somebody, or you want to try a style, and people know it's not you. That's not how you fence. But if you stay committed to it and you try it, you're gonna benefit from it in a huge way. Probably, I'm not saying you fence like that all the time, but probably more than you would if you just kind of, I'm gonna stick to my guns and do things the same way every day. But if you commit, I've seen our guys. I've seen Curtis McDowell commit an entire year saying he wanted to, kind of start with a 4-on guard, kind of like Max Heinzer, who was #1 in the world. And everybody was looking at him like he's crazy. Like, why are you trying to fence me for real, And fence me for real. That's what they would always say. And I saw that I thought that was, a brilliant thing, because even though he doesn't fence like that now, throughout that year, he learned kind of a new technique, a new approach to something, and by putting himself in somebody else's shoes. And I find that to be hugely beneficial. Like, probably that's my #1 piece of advice that I give to young kids is take advantage of the internet, watch these bouts, find people that you really like their style, emulate it until you pull something from it. You may never get it, but at least something's gonna come out of it. You may never fence like they do, but some action, some move, some approach is gonna come out of it, and you'll be better for it than just kind of going about things run of the mill.
And how much is what you described of Curtis and his putting himself in someone else's shoes to try and obtain a different perspective for the sport? How much of a part of your game is that, where you're trying different things?
Me?
Yeah, for you.
I'm a more veteran fencer. Curtis was doing those things when he was
He's still only a junior,
17,
yeah.
18 years old, and now he's a fencer in the senior level. He just competed at juniors. I did that when I was his age. I watched countless French guys, countless French grip guys, countless pistol grip guys, and I just tried to steal whatever pieces I could. Oh, I like Jerome Genet's footwear. I really want to take that. I like how Fabrice Genet body fakes, and I like recently I like how Pizzo gets his flicks off, and I watching Pizzo, I would never understand how his game works. It's such a strange thing. But if you're at your club and you know, a few bouts, you want to try it. You'll realize something. Oh, that's how he gets those touches. That's why he's number one in the world. And you know, I think that we'd be better served if we kind of pulled from, you know, our elders and looked at who were the guys that came before us and say how can I use that bit of knowledge that they already, you know, have shown me. It's all on the internet, you know. So.
And use the term veteran, of course, veteran relative to someone as young as Curtis McDowell, but you yourself still a very young guy. How do you try and keep things fresh within your own fencing to constantly be changing and evolving with the senior level circuit, but also to constantly improve in different areas that might currently be strengths or weaknesses of your game?
Well, I mean, everybody's pretty aware of what their weaknesses are. This sport makes it pretty apparent, kind of what you need to work on. So that's the simple thing, you know. I mean, I got beat a few times when Justin, you took my blade and eight. Great attacks. You know, I'm usually a little more prepared for that, but you know, I was off. But that's something I'm going to go back and train on and work on. Definitely just being recognizing kind of what you're getting beat on, and telling your coach, yo, let's work on this. That's another thing. I think you know, at my age and as long as I've been fencing, there comes a time when, you know, you work with your coaches, but a lot of kids, there comes a point, and you know, there's a new crop of young épée fencers in the United States. There comes a point where you gotta like start recognizing that you have a game plan, and that you use your coach to work on what you want to work on. You know, they're gonna tell you what to do, but they're also a necessary tool for you, and you got to be very vocal and communicate to your coach, okay, this is what I want to work on, and let's try these things. What do you think about that? And I think that when you can communicate with your coach instead of just being like, oh, let's take a lesson and getting your reps in, you'll be much better off. Yeah.
To those 2 points, recognizing weaknesses and communicating with your coach to work on them. When you go back to practice this week, what's on the drawing board for you?
Rest this leg, and
maybe when you go back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I might take a few chair lessons. I don't know. We'll see.